What's up, guys, and welcome to Worship Wednesday of the Chili Wolf Pack podcast. I'm your host, Ian Wolf, and we'll be reading from the book of Matthew today. So open up, if you have a Bible and feel like following along, to Matthew chapter 12, verses 22 through 32. Then a demon-possessed man who was blind and unable to speak was brought to him. He healed him so that the man could both speak and see. All the crowds were astounded and said, "Could this be the son of David?" When the Pharisees heard this, they said, "This man drives out demons only by Beelzebul, the ruler of the demons." Let's pause real quick for terminology review. Pharisees are the high priests, and Beelzebul is an ancient name for the Canaanite god Baal, Baal. So when the Pharisees heard this, when the high priests heard this, they said, "This man drives out demons only by Beelzebul, the ruler of the demons." So essentially, the Pharisees or the high priests, they are accusing Jesus of being acquainted with Satan. They are accusing Jesus of driving out demons in this sick man by the power of Satan. Driving out demons by the power of demons. That's what these priests are saying about Jesus. Let's go to verse 25 for more. Knowing their thoughts, he told them, "Every kingdom divided against itself is headed for destruction, and no city or house divided against itself will stand." I would just like to point out, leading off to begin verse 25, it says, knowing their thoughts. One could say Jesus is good at reading body language. One may also say that because Jesus is the Son of God, because he is both God and man, he knows exactly what they're thinking, and that every single person that he encounters is see-through because he's God. Knowing their thoughts, he told them, "Every kingdom divided against itself is headed for destruction." Let's pause again. We see correlation with this piece of scripture in our world today. Countries that are in civil war and turmoil against itself and can't figure things out. Is that a healthy, well-run country? No, there's a lot of bad stuff going on. And no city or house divided against itself will stand. Let's take a normal household of a husband, a wife, and 3 kids, right? If the husband and wife are good, then that's going to be a healthy household, right? There's, husband and wife, they'll still go through some stuff, and, parents and kids, they'll still get into it every once in a while. The kids will still, have some drama every once in a while. That's fine. Like, I have brothers, and sometimes I pick on my brothers and vice versa. It's cool, typical stuff. But like, if the husband and wife have a quality marriage, that's going to be a healthy, flourishing household. But if it's not a healthy situation and there's a lot of animosity within the household, do you really think that that's a healthy, flourishing situation for that household? No, not when the house is divided. Absolutely not. So verse 25 of Matthew 12, very, very practical even still to this day. Let's move on to verse 26. If Satan drives out Satan, he is divided against itself. How then will his kingdom stand?